The most regretted college degrees.
Zach went to college. I did not. Is college a waste of time? According to the Federal Reserve, 35% of college grads regret their field of
35% of college grads regret the degree they got. Holy do you think that's college grads wishing they were in another subsection in their field or an entirely different field? I don't even know if that's off money, though. They might just hate their job.
study. So today we are breaking down the top 5 most regretted and top 5 least regretted degrees.
I feel like most regretted are all going to be BAs. Coming from somebody with a BA. Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be people with arts degrees like art humanities degrees. I think, what is a BA? Bachelors of Arts versus Bachelors of Science. You could get a BA, or a lot of degrees you can only get in BA or only BS, but there's some that you could get a BS or a BA. But least regretted, I'm probably going to think that people say like comp sci, STEM, like bio or like chem majors. I think most regretted, but it's not even off just money, dude. They might just hate their job. Education. I think teachers hate their fucking jobs more than ever. More than ever. Not because they don't get paid enough. And some people are like, teachers get paid a lot. Bro, they should get paid more, bro. They're teaching our youth. Isn't it weird how, like, some teachers make, like, fucking nothing? I'm like, bro, these are the people that are, like, training the future generation. I feel like teachers should maybe potentially be more qualified, but also get paid way more. Because you're literally training the next generation of people. So I feel like teachers just hate their jobs now because the kids suck and the fucking programs suck. It depends on the place on whether or not you're getting paid well, if you have good material supplies, and then also freedom of teaching.
Talk to people.
So education's probably bottom of the barrel. I'm going to go like number 2. God, what's number 1? We got to lock in one before we start the video. We got to lock in one guess on least regretted and most regretted. Least regretted degree. What makes money? I'm going to go like some sort of shit that's like a doctor path. Ooh, engineering. Yeah. But like generic engineering or like civil engineering. Lawyers? Bro, I would think lawyer would be in most regretted. I'm going to go lawyer. I'm going to go lawyer number 1 most regretted. Bro, lawyers hate their jobs unless they make bag. Why? Because most lawyers make fucking nothing. You pass the bar, you spend so much of your life sweating dick so you can fucking make money just to potentially make nothing. Lawyers number 1, least regretted, I'll go engineering.
Who got these degrees?
Accounting? I would say accounting maybe like number 3 on least regretted.
Do you regret your degree?
And most importantly, we're going to decide whether Zach is an idiot for going to art school.
Got it!
All right, let's jump right into it, starting with the 5th most regretted college degree / field of study.
Oh my God, no, I said that had a chance of being 1.
Education. Damn, that's a bummer.
No, I don't even think that's a bummer. I'm surprised it's that low.
That's so sad.
That is a bummer. Yeah, it's the people who take care of our kids, man.
My sister got her degree in education, actually. We should call her because she's not a teacher anymore. Do you wish you had studied something other than education?
Yes, because
Oh my God, an instant yes.
I don't really use my bachelor's.
What do you think the main thing is?
That's a lot. You see it more and more now. So many of my friends have jobs in fields that have nothing to do with their degree. I don't know if that's just like my friend group, but a lot of my friends are in the union, but a lot of them that have degrees just work in random fields that have nothing to... How? Because a lot of the time, jobs want you to have a degree. It doesn't matter what degree it's in. Not, like, obviously, medicine, STEM shit, it does. But if you're working, like... You could reasonably get a marketing job with, like, a fucking accounting degree. or like a finance degree. Like you could get in a similar field, but not have the expertise in the major that you had. Do you regret your degree? No. I would have if I went for PT. Exercise science, that's what I was originally going for. And then I swapped to philosophy. Philosophy, not great for getting jobs. But usually you go for like, you go to grad school with a philosophy degree.
Is that
So a
cause
BA in philosophy is like fucking useless.
is people who got their degrees in education to regret it?
Red tape.
Ah, like what do you
Just-
mean?
Well, they're not doing this for the pay. They're obviously doing this for a greater purpose. You know, you're trying to do what you think is best, and you have to go through different structures of way of doing things. You know, government implementing all their blockades and the politics of it. These structures aren't necessarily created by people that teach.
Well, there's a weird middle ground between blocking what people are able to do and not, because you do need some restriction for teachers, because if you have no restriction for teachers, they could just do and teach whatever they want within like a thin guideline, which is really bad, because then you're just getting shoved the ideologies of the teacher down your throat. Otherwise, but like that doesn't really happen. A lot of people say that happens in college. I don't think it does. I think in college it really depends on the major and the degree you're going for, but they'll share your opinion, but they're not acting like you need it. But in high school, I don't know. What? How? If you had like a really religious or non-religious teacher that wanted to like kind of just weave that into everyday teachings, like that's more the separation in church and state idea. But that's why you have restrictions like that. You don't bring religion into schools. Because if you let teachers do whatever they wanted without restrictions, they would start pushing their religious ideologies onto you, right? Or doing those sorts of things intertwined with their regular teachings. Not always, but I'm saying you can't just have them, you know, do whatever they want, because then they're going to fucking just teach them as if you're their kid.
So it's a lot of back and forth.
Good thing for that? Yes, but then there's also too many restrictions where they ban books. They don't allow you to teach certain things or talk about certain subjects. On either side of the political spectrum, it's like it becomes a game of like what's allowed and what's not allowed to talk about in a classroom. And it's like you get a long list of like this, and this is a no-go.
Come up against. I don't know.
I went to a private school, like I went to a religious school in high school. And a lot of the teachers that I talked to openly said they make less money at that school, but they would rather teach there because they got to teach what they wanted to. Because private schools have more free reign outside of the religious aspect. outside of the religious aspect of the school where you're taking theology classes. It's more like when I took world literature, my high school teacher got to pick every book we read, right? He mapped the class himself. There was no guidelines. It's just like they need to be able to learn some sort of comprehension.
Bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Thanks for being in our video.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
That was insightful. to some
Yeah,
extent.
for sure.
What a bummer for that to be the first one, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Let's get a little bit more
Oh
positive.
my
Number
Fuck!
5, least
Dude, there's too many fucking chords in this cuck-ass room. Lock in.
regretted. Business/management. That
It's because it's a broad degree. You could get so many jobs with that major, but I feel like a business management degree. Ooh, wait. Sorry, I was thinking. Business management, understandable. Most regretted, communications is on this list. On most regretted. Least regretted, I could see accounting, finance.
makes
Interesting.
sense. So business and management includes a lot of things. Business administration, finance, marketing, accounting, human resource management, international business, basically anything that needs to be taken care
Okay, so we're just lumping all of that into 5.
of is in business.
I think people who get this degree have no delusion about what their life's going to be like. I'm coming to
I also think that anybody that gets a business degree isn't like, yeah, I really just want to crunch numbers and do people's taxes. I really want to manage and market a business company. I feel like most of the time there are people that do that, but if I had to guess, like 70% of business majors just want to make money. I do want to do that, really. You wanna be an accountant, really? I'm not judging that. I'm not making fun of that. That's fine. You want to be like, when somebody's like, "What's your dream job?" You go, I want to save people money in taxes." That's what you want to do. But money not involved. Like, not the fact that you could potentially make really good money. It's like, yeah, nothing wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with it. Nothing's wrong with it. I just can't. That's the opposite end of the spectrum for me, right? Like, I would never want to be like, dude, do you think there's anybody that's like, I want to be an auditor for the IRS? Like, that's the job. That's the dream job, is auditing. Like, that sounds so bad. I would hate that job. I mean, maybe you get some sort of pleasure in like sticking it to the rich guy that didn't pay his taxes. But it's like, oh, fuck, bro. You want to work for the IRS?
College, have a good time, and if things don't work out, hey, that's okay. If they do work out, great. You know, like, it's just
business, dude. These guys have TikToks, and they walk up to restaurants and try and get in without reservations.
Let me see if my buddy Matt, I think he majored in business. Yo, Matt.
What up?
You majored in business, right?
Yeah, I majored in marketing.
Hi, I'm James.
I fully think, bro, I really don't think marketing degrees are needed for the marketing space, though. And I whenever I have takes on this shit, a lot of like the YouTube commenters, if this becomes a video, Joe's such a fucking idiot. He knows nothing about marketing. I know. I'm just saying this is my personal perspective. You say I'm an idiot. That's fine. Explain why, and I'm fine with that. Right? I'm not saying you're wrong. There are times where I have horrible takes. But I don't think... I took a marketing class in college. It was daycare. It was daycare. Everything that I learned in that class was absolute horse shit. And when I was taking the class, one of the main things that people say, and I kind of agree, is, why the fuck are you a professor if you're so successful in marketing? I'm sorry. I get being a professor for like chemistry or philosophy or fucking STEM shit. Why are you a professor for fucking marketing if you're a marketing guru? Wouldn't you be making racks marketing? And you're teaching me the fucking tips and tricks? Bro, I feel like I'm getting a fucking PowerPoint rundown made by ChatGPT. I remember the first fucking 3 weeks of class was about like perceived value. Oh my God. It's just basic shit everybody knows. You've seen an ad. You want to make your product seem valuable. You want to have a low production cost with a high value rate. iPhones are like the pinnacle of the marketing world. They cost pennies to make, and they sell for the fucking profit margins that Ferraris do. Like, they're insane. Right, they churn shit like Ford cars, but they have the margins of Ferraris. It's like, everybody knows that. Why the fuck? It's not pennies, bro. I know, you dumbass! It's not pennies, bro. Yeah, it's... dude, I'm not actually saying they cost pennies. I'm saying they're cheap. Oh, fucking hell, bro.
It's the number 5, like, people are most happy that they...
But that's what I'm saying, like... When I took marketing, granted, it was the first class. And I know it's going to go much more in depth after that. But, like, I fully believe experience outweighs, what word am I looking for? Oh, like requirements. Like, if you have a degree in marketing and you go to apply for a job versus a guy that has proven success in marketing and social media, who are they going to hire? Who are they going to hire? The fucking guy that's proven his success. Not some dude that just got a 4-year degree for marketing. Like, that's why when you go to the, like, business in general, do the internships. Do the internships, because that's how you get in. That's how you get the experience, because the experience with the degree is always going to be an experience. But if you just have the degree, you're not going to get a fucking job at a high-tier place. Because they want a guy that knows what he's doing.
Majored in it.
Really?
Yeah, do you regret your degree? Are you happy that you got your degree?
One second. Can I also just do a coffee real quick? Or pour over? Just give me 1 second to finish paying real quick.
Yeah.
You can tell this guy's got the goods.
Yeah. So doing a second transaction, right? Yeah. Perfect. Let's just do that.
That's all.
Okay. Thank you. I was basically like highly recommended by my parents that I need to get a business degree, but I would have got a degree in like engineering or science in some capacity because I actually like enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Like if you got a degree in like finance or accounting, I think that'd be helpful. Like I got a degree in marketing. I think that's like an absolute joke. I don't think it actually.
Oh, weird. Weird. I was just doing a rambling about how marketing degree is fucking piece of shit. What the fuck? I think you learn valuable shit. But like, bro, all smart marketing guys that I watch speak know their shit from the jobs they've held versus the degree they had. Like, you could get a genius. Throw it in sub only! Please! Holy shit! Why are people spamming that, bro? Stop that poll, mods. I'm sorry, bro. I really want to lock in today. I'm really excited about the videos we're watching. Please stop trolling, mods. I'm genuine. I'm actually asking you. I'm not faking the rage right now. I want to lock in. I look over at my chat. Nobody's typing shit that has to do with it. Please. Please, chat. It's in sub only. Shut the fuck up. Oh my. Are we ready?
Like helps with anything, but like I'm happy I guess that I have it.
It's the 5th least regretted. Like, why do you think that is?
I would say that people are probably happy with it because it like everybody ends up going and working in business no matter what your profession is.
Well, dude.
Yeah, it's more you need the degree to get in the door versus actually the expertise. It's just the fact that you need a business degree.
Thanks for answering our questions, dude. I'll see you tonight.
Yeah, I'll see you tonight.
All right, later.
Should I not tell Lindsay?
See ya tonight. Okay, that was hilarious. He's like, I don't regret it at all. Huge waste of time.
Yeah. But he did make a good point there at the end where like everything is business.
Yeah, I think no matter what you do in your life, you'd be like, oh, well, I used that thing I learned from business school. Like, there will be something.
Yeah.
You won't feel like it was.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you're not getting any value out of a marketing. I think business degrees in general have value. I think going to school for general business is weird because you should still just pick some sort of alleyway down the line. Like getting a general business degree versus some form of expertise in a specific field, like finance, accounting, marketing, international business, like that's better.
It's a total waste.
Also, we got to see a little peek of the degree in use when he solved that coffee problem.
Yeah. So doing a second transaction, right?
Let's just make 2 transactions. That's management.
Let's make 2 transactions. Yeah, your fucking business marketing degree is really going to come in handy when you're at the checkout line at Starbucks.
That's business. Now back to the sad list. The number 4 most regretted college degree / field of study is...
Bro, those are literally the 2. Oh my God. No, I thought law would be number 1. What are the other 2 or other 3? Law, I fully get people hating because the success rates. Law is also so stressful. Passing the bar exam.
Law.
Really?
Chat, it's not pre-watched. Those are the 2 most really? Those are the most obvious degrees. Art? What do you mean art? Can you just get a degree in art? I feel like it has to be more specific than that. There's no way you can just get a BA in art. You would have to have like art with a specification in painting or sculpture.
Law.
Really?
Interesting.
Fine arts? Yeah, but a fine arts degree is different. Like you could get a fine arts degree in ballet, but you're not just getting art.
That is interesting. I bet it's for depressing reasons. It's easier to convince yourself that you could be a lawyer than you could be a doctor. Like, there's no part of the...
No! I think it would be... Okay. I think it would be harder to be a lawyer than a GP. But I think being a surgeon is a hell of a lot harder. I think being a GP is a great job. Being able to walk in and do, like, yearly checkups, maybe a prostate exam here and there, that's a great job, you know? you just walk in, do the same shit every day. You get paid like $150K more, maybe, depending on how far you into your fucking career. And then you leave. What's a GP? General practitioner. It's basically the doctor you go to for like your yearly checkup. Does your GP do your prostate exam? I don't know. Do you have a specific doctor for that? I hope not. I feel like that'd be really creepy. You have to go to your prostate doctor. I don't have one. Don't worry. We'll schedule your appointment. You walk in. He's just like putting on the glove.
It's like, oh, I could be a doctor. But like 100% of me is like, dude, I'd be a sick lawyer. And I
Just lubed up. You think there's ever been a situation where like somebody's been getting their prostate exam and like they actually just like poop on the doctor's hand? You don't shit before you go. You drink a coffee right before. Just open the floodgates.
also think that,
Oh my God, how embarrassing that would be.
that the way lawyers are
Pooping on the doctor's hand 1,000 times. That's very common.
portrayed in art and media is pretty romantic. Like, how many movies are there about like a Matthew? You can't handle the truth. Yeah.
What's a prostate? This is going to sound really fucking stupid. Women don't have prostates, right? Okay, good. I was right. Men have prostates. It's like prostate cancer is also very common. Like, if you live to 80, you're probably going to have prostate cancer. Most of the time, like my grandfather died with prostate cancer, not of prostate cancer. He had prostate cancer for like 10 years. It does kill people, but a lot of time it's like slow growing. Prostate cancer, or your prostate isn't that like, what is your prostate? Your nuts? No. I always envisioned your prostate being the taint region of a man. What is your prostate? Damn, so do women not have to get prostate exams? The prostate is a small walnut-sized gland located in the male reproductive system, just below the bladder in front of the rectum. Oh, but women have to get the clamps. Oh, yeah. Women have to get they have to go to, get a pap smear. I'd rather get a finger shoved up my ass any day of the week. Don't remind, what's a pap smear? A pap smear is for women when they basically, like, it's literally like, imagine a car jack, but they just fucking wedge that shit open, and then they have to, like, look. Ugh! If you're a guy and you go into becoming a gynecologist, that's a bit crazy. Can we agree on that? I'm not, like, full judging it. But if you're a guy and you're like, I want to be a gynecologist, out of every career path.
Yeah.
Did you order the code red? You're goddamn right I did!
Giving speeches and stuff.
When the shit hits...
Damn, do you think that's going to be on the most regretted gynecologist? Prostate exam guy. I don't think that's a thing. I feel like a GP just does the prostate exam. Not really much needed in terms of expertise there.
Movies are there about like a Matthew?
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
Did you order the code red? You're goddamn right I did!
Giving speeches and stuff.
When the shit hits the fan, some guys run and some guys stay.
When the reality is your job is to read things and not miss anything.
Why did I hire you?
Dude, it's not even read things and not miss anything. From the people I know that are in law, they basically say that passing the bar is impossible because all of the questions' answers are all seemingly right, but it's all about verbiage and wording. Like, AI had one of the hardest times passing the bar earlier on. I'm pretty sure there's versions of AI that pass the bar now, but it's like, dude, it's all verbiage. It's all fucking knowing the book in very specific terms and how that applies. That's why the lawyer that you have matters. Like, if you have a cheap lawyer, they suck. They pass, but that doesn't mean shit. They're like bottom tier lawyer versus some guy that knows what the fuck he's doing. Yeah, a Saul Goodman of the business.
Police report summarized. Traffic signal analysis, medallion bids, attendees, and results. That's why you hired me.
Let me see if Graham will pick up.
Yes, sir.
Yo, Graham, I wanted to hit you up to see
Do they know people with every degree?
if you know why you think people who pursue law end up regretting that pursuit.
Yes, I think that it attracts a certain crowd of people who enjoy academia and the study of law and don't like practicing law, which is like less academic in nature and a little bit more like practical.
Thanks, dude. That's a cool take.
Yeah, probably what you end up doing ends up maybe being boring.
I feel like it's most regretted too, because I feel like becoming a lawyer is one of those degrees that people try to achieve because they know that it makes money. Like, you have that one kid in your class that's smart, and you're like, what do you want to do when you're later or when you grow up? And he's always like, surgeon, lawyer. But it's like they don't actually love the idea of being a lawyer. They love the potentiality that it can give them in financial gain.
But this one might not be. This is the fourth most least regretted.
Most least regretted, so the happiest degree. Number 4. I feel like I'm going to go comp sci on 4.
College degree.
Field of study.
Vocational /
Technical.
Does that count?
This is electricians.
Does that count? Isn't that its own? That's not college. Vocational school isn't college. What's vocational? Electricians, plumbers, fucking, carpentry.
Plumbers, automotive technology, cosmetology,
It's a trade school.
culinary school. We're talking about the trades.
I think we've seen like the expectation versus reality
I would have put that at number 1.
brought up for both of these, right? Like expected one thing, didn't expect the red tape. Expected all the academia, didn't expect the workload or whatever.
Oh, you know what you're getting into in vocational school. You just go because it's a steady job. Like you're setting yourself up for the future being an electrician, but it's like you got to be an electrician for the next 35 years.
This must be like the most opposite with expectation because you're like, I assume I'm going to be
job security, and you're going to do the same thing every day for the next 3 decades.
plumbing if I go to this plumbing school.
Yeah, dude, I became a plumber. Did you know I got to deal with water?
Dude, I became a plumber. You know I actually have to go in sewers and shit? Oh, my God. It's fucking terrible. I actually heard I do have a plumber. This is another I have a friend. I have a friend who's a plumber. He said that shit is not the worst smelling thing. It's like when he has to clean out like clogged grease. He said sewers don't smell that bad because it's poop. He said like rotting food and like grease is by far worse.
Yeah.
So it's worth noting that there are other factors beyond the field of study that affect whether someone considers their education worth it, like level of education. So people with master's or doctorate degrees felt their education was more worth it than people with associate degrees. Age played a factor too. People who were older more often felt that the costs were worth it.
Well, I also think it's the time that we're in where like getting a college degree 40 years ago was like a fucking cheat code. If you had a college degree in the 80s, bro, that was awesome. Now everybody has a degree. So if you're getting an associate's degree, that's like wiping your ass with a fucking dollar bill, dude. It's like you're just spending money. You're not really getting much out of it in return. Because that's a 2-year diploma.
Which makes total freaking sense. The survey said what you're probably thinking. There's
high schoolers. Some of you guys are probably going to graduate with a fucking associate's degree. Like, getting an associate's degree, it's like, if you're going post high school, a lot of people are like, why am I wasting my time on this?
Education may also be driven by the rising costs of higher education and the increased use of student loans, which makes costs remain more salient into adulthood.
All the old people in the survey, you like see the bars on these charts and they're all like, I don't regret it at all.
Yeah, I had a blast. I had so much fun. It cost me $36, and then I bought a house for $15,000. Then I just sold it for $4 million. Another big factor is whether or not people have student loans. That makes sense.
It's just obvious. I mean, it makes sense.
And a final big factor is the type of institution. Public institutions are like UC schools, state schools, Ohio State University or Florida. It's definitely the most common type of college. Then you have private, non-profit schools, which is like USC or small liberal arts schools. All the Ivy League schools are actually in this category. And then private, for-profit institutions are like
DeVry. What about Education Connection? What was that online college they used to do ads for all the time? Not Education Connection. Oh my God. Dude, I remember I would see that shit. This was like 2012. What was that school they always did online shit for? Get Connected? Well, it wasn't Education Connection. Education Connection wasn't a school, was it? Was that a school? I thought it hooked you up to a school.
Or
For free, Purdue.
University of Phoenix.
They've kind of
ABC Mouse. You guys are not helpful at all. You're just typing Hustlers University. No, not Hustlers University. Not the fucking Andrew Tate fucking Discord group.
come under a lot of scrutiny. They have pretty bad graduation rates. I don't want to disparage people who graduate from DeVry, but
My interpretation is it's like the bank, which is not a perfect institution, versus the payday loan place,
yeah.
which
Yeah.
is a less perfect institution. Up next, the third most regretted type of degree, life
Life Sciences.
Sciences. Interesting.
life sciences. Oh, science that deals with life. We're talking biology,
Biochemistry.
molecular.
Really? I would have guessed that those were at the top. Do you think it's because it's hard to find a job with like a bio degree?
Biology,
Ecology.
botany,
Zoology.
genetics.
Oh, but a zoology degree is so badass if you actually get to work at a good zoo. I've always said I think that's one of the coolest jobs. If you're able to like work at a zoo that helps endangered and injured animals, and it's not like a for-profit, like, dude, that's awesome. You gotta just take care of fucking weird animals that like you never interact with any, like nobody would ever see, like a fucking polar bear for the rest of their lives. Like you're never gonna actually see a polar bear in the wild.
All sorts of stuff like that.
I'm actually very
Like working at the San Diego Zoo. Dude, that would be awesome. Working at the San Diego Zoo. Working at fucking like any weird aquarium.
surprised that so many people
Oh, would that be a marine biology degree or a zoology degree?
regret going into this field. This seems like one of the fields that like you know what you're doing. I'm gonna go study plants. I'm gonna go study dolphins. I'm gonna go study the human systems.
Let me see if Mooney picks up because, I haven't talked to this guy in forever. It's just kind of fun. I'm getting called old friends.
He's calling a guy he hasn't seen in 15 years. Hello? Who is this? Hey, it's Johnny. Just wondering if you regret your biology degree.
Yo, Zach.
Mooney, I'm making a video about college degrees.
I have a horticulture degree.
I don't even know what that means.
Chat, guess what? What the fuck is horticulture? I feel like that has to do with something with like seeds or like not farming.
Horticulture is like the
Dude, you could, I don't know if you could get this anymore. You used to be able to get a degree in animal husbandry. You used to be able to get a degree in like animal sex.
study of fruits and nuts.
Oh,
What? You could get a degree in the study of fruits and nuts. That is so specific. Where does that degree take you in life? Like I'm not saying that's bad, but like I'm genuinely curious, like where are you going to work at, like Planters Peanuts? Like are you going to go get where do you get a job?
oh, horticulture. I guess the question is, do you regret your degree?
Maybe I'll just speak for like agriculture. Like if you work on a farm your whole life, like you don't really need a degree unless you're doing research. You're probably doing some like grunt work that you don't need a college degree for, and like the pay isn't great. And then I would say like if you're doing like life sciences, you're either teaching or you're working in a rural area.
Yeah.
Can't like live in the city. Like.
But you're happy with your degree?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with my degree. A lot of people don't go into research.
Mm-hmm.
But in my case, I did, so that's why it was useful for me.
You got a PhD, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm still doing my PhD.
And you're like breeding
A
apricots?
PhD in horticulture? Yeah, what are you getting? Hey, I'm actually a doctor. In what? Fruits and nuts. I could actually just eyeball that mixed nuts bag you have there, and I could tell you that that's 73% peanuts. Gives me some sort of, I guess, X-ray vision. I could smell a nut and tell you what type of nut it is.
I'm breeding hazelnuts.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's breeding hazelnuts. That's the research he's doing?
Resistant to like fungus or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's kind of badass, though. No, that's actually kind of sick. Wait, what? He's like making his own type of hazelnut that can't die to fungus? No, that's actually awesome. But you have to get like an actual doctorate to do that.
Can't believe I nailed that.
dude.
Yeah.
Aren't you trying to do it the natural way or something?
Yeah, we've collected these hazelnuts. I don't know how much you can say about that, but like basically we've gone throughout the
What, like he signed an NDA? This is real underground shit, you know, so let's just keep this off the record. But we actually went to Guatemala and harvested these hazelnuts from this rural area. And they're like nothing I've ever seen before. I'm talking like a weird, dude, like their diameter is insane. Like he's just so hyped about this.
world before any of these wars started happening in Russia, and like geopolitical stuff has been happening in Turkey, but
Redacted? What, so he's harvested hazelnuts from communist Russia, and now that's like way before the Great Russian War that's going. Oh, what is he talking about? This is like an FBI redacted statement? Dude, he's a fucking researcher for fruits and nuts.
but we do use molecular biology.
I got to keep shooting this video, but I'm going to call you.
Yeah, dude. Glad to hear from you.
Thanks, bro.
Awesome. See you later.
Later.
Dude.
What a smart guy.
Yeah, dude. And also, like, these wars in Russia and then geopolitical situation in Turkey. Don't know how much I can talk about this. You know, I use molecular biology, but I'm making these, like, hazelnuts. So if you like Nutella, it's a lot deeper than it looks, dude.
That's an example of someone who got, like, a college degree who's really using it
Right.
in a way that you're like, huh, I guess we do need educated people.
I guess we do need that. Because even in fruits and nuts, do you think horticulture goes to like people that are trying to make it? Because I watched a whole video the other day at like 3 a.m. about how like the fruit at your local supermarket makes it there from like fucking Argentina. Do you think those are those people? Like the doctorates of horticulture are the ones that are trying to figure out how to fucking ship bananas all the way across the country without them rotting in a specific amount of time.
Like you to keep the world going.
Like a very needed person for society, but some shit you would never think about.
100%. I think he brought up a good point. He went into research and went into like the actual sciences of it and like the development, I guess, of new plants. But a lot of people who go into agriculture go into it to like work in a farm or something.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I could see how those people are like, yeah, not what I signed up for.
Yeah.
I live in the middle of nowhere. I didn't grow up
Yeah, it's more hands-on work than anything.
doing this. Turns out I don't like farming.
How do people find these jobs? Bro, I was just about to ask that. Like, it makes sense. Like, what do you guys want to go to college for if you're not in college yet? Or if you want to go to college? Most of you are probably going to say, like, something with business, maybe something STEM related. But they're all jobs that we know about. I have never heard of horticulture as a degree. So how the fuck did he go to college and be like, yeah, this is the profession that I want to get into?
You got to wake up early, and it's hard to meet girls. Cool guy.
Yeah.
Mooney.
Mooneyham.
Shouts to Moon.
And now time for a quick dog.
No.
He wakes up. Actually makes them feel good.
All right, now for the third least regretted field of study, health.
Bro, that's so many different things. Health, so like all doctor related shit like nutritionists or GPs.
So this includes registered nurses, doctors, physical therapists. It's
Yeah.
like life sciences, but you touch people and take their blood.
My buddy Chris is a dentist.
I would never want to be a nurse. I respect nurses a lot. You got to work weird ass shifts. You do get a lot of time off and you could like travel and make good money. I don't think I could ever put a catheter in anyone. I was going to say another man. I couldn't put a catheter in myself. I don't think I would. That's drawing the line. You got to clean up people's poop, maybe assist in I couldn't assist in surgery. I fuck up the medicine. I don't know. Wipe people's butts all day. Bro, you got to do so much shit. You watch people die. It's sad. It's always sad. It's never not sad. And it's not like adrenaline not sad. Like if you're like a paramedic, it's high energy. Sad, you see shit, but it's high energy. RN, there's some high energy moments. A lot of it's like you're just watching old people die. Like, ugh.
That's not a dentist.
Your call has been forwarded.
Oh, he blocked you.
My buddy is a anesthesiologist.
Okay.
Anesthesiology is so scary. The surgery or the fucking insurance they have for that's crazy. Anesthesiologists are the people that give you medicine or like shit before surgery. Like when you need an anesthetic. You need something that's going to numb you or make you pass out. Or they need to pump you with certain medicines while they're giving you surgery or help. Yeah, like they put you under, right? But it's very micro doses of certain things. And if they fuck up, you die. And so, I don't know if I could do that.
Call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Why isn't anyone answering the phone? It's 3 p.m.
He's calling me back.
Oh, shit. Be cool. Be cool.
I'm curious to know, like, do you regret your college degree?
I do regret my college degree in terms of my undergraduate because I did a lot of chemistry degrees, but then when I went to medical school, ultimately 98% of what I learned was worthless, and felt like I spent 4 years of studying a subject that I just didn't really have any kind of usefulness for. I kind of wish I had studied maybe a more philosophical approach.
But you're happy to be a doctor now.
I am happy to be a doctor. I'm not upset with my financial predicament, but there's different levels and positions too in terms of income.
Where are you at in that ladder?
I'm definitely on the upper end of physician incomes. I do pretty well.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm a pretty stable job. There's a lot of people that like you for what you do.
I think we get the gist. People don't hate you. You make a good amount of money and seems pretty chill.
It is what it is, so.
Thanks for the insight. What do we think? I mean, I thought the big reason health was going to be so high was because it's like education, but you get paid a lot of money.
Like, you mean it's
I thought it was going to be both
morally,
things.
you feel like you're doing something good.
Yeah.
But then you get paid.
Yeah.
All right, so that's no surprise. The doctor doesn't regret being a doctor, but he does regret not majoring in poems or something.
I think it shows that getting an education doesn't always have.
Damn, that really does. That does suck, though, the thought that your doctor or surgeon could actually fucking hate their job. Not even in a neutral standpoint where it's like, okay, I'm making good money and I'm helping people. Like, I doubt every surgeon's, like, giddy to go to work. But you're meeting your fucking doctor that's supposed to be helping you, and right before he showed up, he was like, like dreading getting in his car and having to show up to help you.
To be about turning it into a career. It is cool to just better yourself for the hell of bettering yourself.
Yeah. The number 2 most regretted field of study is humanities/art.
Humanities/art. That's me.
You guys said that would be number 1. What the fuck is going to be number 1, though? Humanities/art. That's a lot.
How embarrassing. I studied film, which was in that category.
What is a humanity?
Humanities include the study of history, philosophy, and religion.
That's me! Number 2 most regrettable degree, chat. Do I regret it? No. What's my job? Twitch streamer. Did I do anything in the field of philosophy? Nope. Outside of my philosophy YouTube channel.
Modern and ancient languages and literatures, fine and performing arts, media.
Oh, dude, it's because you don't make fucking any media. Don't they have degrees for social media now? It's not like you get a degree in social media, but it's a degree with something with social media. Dumbest degree ever if you go for that shit. Just fucking do it. Just fucking do it. What is this? Kai Cenat Streamer University? You're going to go to college so you learn how to fucking make an Instagram post? Like, just do it, right? I feel like that's bad news if you're like, I need to get a 4-year degree in fucking social media. Anyways, fine arts and performing arts, they get a like, if you get a good job there, you get to travel the world and perform, which is really cool, but you don't make good money unless you're really, really at the top. And even then, your lifespan on being able to do it is so short. Like, if you're a ballet dancer or you perform in plays, really depends what, but like a lot of the time you might only be able to perform for like 10 years. Modern, ancient language and literature. I feel like literature ends up going into education a lot. Religion.
Media.
That's a lot of stuff.
I got a degree in philosophy and religion. I don't know anyone that gets a degree in religion and doesn't become like a priest. If you're just getting a straight theology degree.
Performing arts, media.
Like, what do you do with
That's a lot of stuff.
what do you do with a straight theology degree if you're not going to be like a Catholic priest or teach religion? Teach theology at a school? Like, what do you do with just a theology degree? I could understand philosophy, because philosophy you could segment into like HR in a grad program. A lot of people get dual degrees with psych and become like therapists.
Have to be lumped into one thing.
Human experience.
Oh, the human experience.
It's everything related to
the human experience. I mean, it's
A mortician? Do you have to get a degree to become a mortician?
totally understandable why so many people regret this. Film school and art degrees, they're a big gamble. Like, there's way more people majoring in that.
I'd hope so. Really? What's the worst that's gonna? What's the worst that could happen? They're dead. They're dead. If you're a mortician, it's like the body looks weird. Like, you're not gonna kill. It's not like you're an anesthesiologist. Worst thing that could happen, you bring them back to life. Oh shit! You forgot your training. I didn't know it. And he's just like a dead body, just walking out of the morgue.
Then jobs available. Totally see why a lot of people who majored in a crapshoot got snake eyes and were like, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I think the only reason I don't regret it is because I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Like, if I had given up at some point and wasn't doing anything related to any of it, I would.
Well, yeah, I do think a lot of people that get into humanities and arts degrees end up just using that degree to put a foot in the door for the fact that they have a degree, and then go into a field that has nothing to do with, you know, cinematography or whatever they ended up getting into.
Be like, dude, I should have gone to school for engineering. If I had a friend who's like an accountant and I asked them to meet up after work and they're like, oh, I can't, I go to UCLA every Wednesday for my like screenwriting class, and they're just doing it for the pursuit of it, that's so cool.
Yeah, that's super cool.
So it sucks that people regret pursuing those things, because I think a lot of humanities and arts comes from a place of interest or passion.
The truth is, work without...
Ooh, do you think people regret it because it's like their dream gets killed? Like, they go to school for like acting, performing arts, and then they fucking fail like miserably. Oh. So it's not even like, oh, the pay or they don't like their job. It's just like, I literally could not get cast in any role at all.
Without will and work without direction only makes you a beast of burden.
Oh, is that a quote?
Yeah.
Who said that?
I don't know. Another important takeaway from the study is that someone's field of study isn't always the most regretted aspect of higher education. A lot of times it's a relationship. From a statistical standpoint, the number one regret in regards to higher education, more than the field of study, according to this survey, with 45% of students feeling this way, is not getting more education.
Whoa.
A huge contributor.
The number one regret of higher education is not going further. So they wish that they had gotten a PhD.
To that is 61% of dropouts wishing that they had finished school. All right.
Well, yeah. I will say, this is how I perceive this, okay? I'm not saying this applies to anybody or you need to do this. I was in college from COVID 2020, 2021 till I graduated like summer of 24. I was exercise science for the first year. Philosophy the second year, third and fourth, right? And I think that the second year I really wanted to drop out. And that was 21, 22, right? So like the 2 months into my sophomore year when like I was finally going back, first year of college, exercise science fully online. I didn't go to college one time. Every class I had was on Zoom. It was terrible. It was like I was still in high school. Second year, first year of actual college, first day I showed up, I was like, I'm going to fucking drop out. Stuck with it. Happy I did. I see so many people that drop out, but they don't drop out in the first or second year. They drop out in the third or fourth. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're already, if you're past halfway, might as well stick it out. That's how I'm seeing that shit. The amount of people that drop out like year 4, year 3.5, I'm like, bro, you have fucking 70% of your degree done. Just get it at this point. Like, what are you fucking... I understand if it's like a life thing where it's like, okay, some shit happened where like you physically have to push school to the side, but that's just putting it off. That's not dropping out. The amount of people that are like, yeah, college isn't for me. Buddy, it took you three and a half years to figure that out. You're on the back end of your fucking degree. What are we doing?
Number 2, least regretted field of study is computer science.
I called that shit!
Of course. I mean, that just makes sense.
Well, that's because it's so needed right now. I think in like 5 years, people are going to regret it.
That's pretty much sums it up.
It's the science of computers, ladies and gentlemen.
Because there'll just be so many people going in for it.
And what is the number one thing in the whole society these days? Yeah, you guessed it. Computers! Computer sciences is basically the new medical school. Once we got a bunch of clankers running around. So for years and years, you've been told, like, this is safe, go into coding, until, like, last year when they're like, oh, you know what actually AI is, like, really good at? Your job. And carrying on the theme that we've seen from this list.
Yeah, I think this will slowly go down the list and then transfer sides over the next, like, 10 years. What do people at Geek Squad have a degree in? Like, if somebody works at Geek Squad, do they have a degree?
People make a dump truck load of money doing that.
Nothing. IT. Do you think they make money? Bro, that sucks, though, if you have to go. They have an IT in geeking, IT cybersecurity. Bro, but do they make money? That would just blow ass going to a 4-year degree school to go work at Best Buy and put on iPhone covers for people. And listen to a grandma be like, why doesn't my computer work? She's still on Windows 7. Why doesn't my computer work? She hasn't updated her computer in 8 years.
Yo, Ross.
What's up?
You have one of the least regretted college degrees, I think. What was your degree?
Computer science.
How do you feel about your degree, and then why do you think it's people are so happy with their computer science degrees?
Yeah, I mean, I don't regret it. The reason I don't regret it is the freedom of work and the ease of work. Last time I changed jobs, it took me like less than a week to find a new job. The fact that I can work from home, can kind of work like whatever hours I want as long as I get my...
Oh, and they job hop like crazy. They job hop like fucking crazy, bro. The people that I know in comp sci, it's like every 3 months they get a new fucking job. They do like minimal work and then they just job hop, get paid more, work for like 6 months, job hop.
Work done is really nice. Oh yeah, and I get paid well, so.
Yeah, that helps. Now with AI and coding, what level do you think that disruption is going to be at?
It's going to hurt newer people more than people like me. Instead of people hiring interns and dealing with that, they're like, well, we can probably just get AI to write code that's good enough and then have someone senior look at it. That's a possible shortfall, or maybe it works, right? And we just like programming dies in the next 10 years.
Are you worried about that at all?
I mean, not really, because like there's nothing I can do to change it. So if it happens, it happens, and I'll get a new job.
Yeah,
Damn, dude.
You're smart.
Based. That's smart as hell, bro.
Swing a hammer somewhere, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, swing a hammer somewhere. The way that I perceive it is like if you were smart enough to get a comp sci degree and you're in the field and AI takes your job, you're probably smart enough to take the job of another person. Like the people that shouldn't be, in my mind, the people that should be worried aren't comp sci people, because if you got a degree in computer science and you're in the field for 5 years and AI takes the comp sci guy's job, the comp sci guy is going to go take your job because they're going to hire him. Like, I don't know. That's just how I'm perceiving it. It's like, bro, they're probably going to be way better at whatever it is.
All right, dude. Well, thank you.
Because they could still go into the tech area. And even if they're not computer coding, it's like they'll be the Geek Squad guy.
Yeah.
All right, later.
The higher we go up this list, the more people are like, and, you know, I get paid pretty well.
yeah, they don't want to say it.
Before we go any further, I just want to remind you guys that subscriber numbers makes us feel better and not regret our chosen path.
The median income.
Am I subscribed? I am subscribed. Speed
of a subscriber to speed is double that of somebody to speed.
And least regretted degree/field of study for people in America. The most regretted college degree in America is...
If it's not art, dude, I kind of want to throw it. Does business communications count as business management? No. Journalism, I feel like that would go into the literature bunker. I think that would drama that's in the arts, though. I'm just going to spin it.
Field of study.
Social and behavioral sciences.
Social/behavioral sciences. All right, so this includes psychology, sociology, anthropology, criminal justice, social work, communication studies.
Okay, communication studies is in that list. I'm shocked psychology's up there. Sociology, I get being there. Anthropology, yeah, probably hard to find a job in anthropology. Very fascinating majors, though. I love psychology, sociology, and anthropology. I get communication studies and social work not probably doing well or making a lot of money.
Behavioral science and international relations.
I'm just imagining a psychologist
June said, and I'm cooked.
working at a...
Dude, chat. Also, I see people going, oh my God, no way. If you want to go to college for psychology, don't take this fucking one YouTube video as the telltale sign that you can't do psychology. You can still this isn't a surefire saying of like everybody in this major's unhappy.
Federal prison.
Yeah.
And it just being brutal, exhausting, emotionally difficult work.
Yeah.
And then they don't make a lot of money.
It's doom scrolling IRL. It's like, all right, time to have this other sad guy come in and talk to me on Zoom for an hour. And then I get to have lunch. You could call mine.
Yeah, you do only deal with depressing things. And it's like not a physical depression of like you're seeing people like with wounds, like you're a paramedic or an RN. You're like only dealing with people that are actively on like the brink of suicide or dealing like if you're like a therapist or a psychiatrist. Like you only deal with people that need, and it's like you're doing good, but it's like I can understand the mental deterioration of like, okay, this is like taxing my body. You get to help them. Yeah, you get to help them, but imagine like 8 years into your job, every day they're never being good news. Not never, because you are helping people get better and slowly you get to witness them like kind of grow and flourish, which is awesome. But it's like every day you're also getting new clients that are also like it's an endless loop of like pulling people out of the mud, and then you get them out of the mud and there's another person that falls in. And then you pull them out of the mud, another person falls in. Like you're doing great and you are changing the world, but from your perspective, it feels like you're doing nothing.
Therapist, but I think that'd be weird.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to do that.
Yeah.
You'd be like, hey, do you regret your degree?
Yeah, you're
like,
the number one most regretted. Your job is the most regretted degree in the world. How do you feel about it? It's like, oh, I guess I do have some regrets. Maybe I'll call my therapist. It's harder than ever to give young people advice on what they should do after high school. There was a time when the smart move was simple. You go to college.
It used to be that simple. It literally used to be just go to college.
Study didn't matter.
Now it's like it's a lot more complicated. And it's so new that that's an issue. Like this is the 21st century's issue, right? In the 90s, 80s, 70s, it was like you could still go to college, get a great job. Yeah, you could still do that now, but there's so many options and no time to figure it out. It's like you're still a kid being thrown into the job world effectively. Even if you are going to college, yes, you have to go to college for 4 years. Bro, you're 18 years old, 19 years old, trying to determine what you want to do for the rest of your life right now. Like, fuck. That sucks, right? But maybe I'm not making it better for any of you guys. Don't feel bad if you change your major, right? I think you should have a net of a few things that you're interested in, soft launch one of them, and see if you like it, and then you can commit to something else if it's terrible.
Much because you're just like better off having a degree. College got insanely expensive. More recently, everyone was saying, forget college, just learn how to code. Now people say AI writes code better than humans. So what is the best plan? Trade school? Maybe. College? Maybe. Pick a major just for a paycheck? Maybe. Study something that you love and then it doesn't matter. You'll fall into a way to make money? Maybe. Join the family business straight out of high school, drop out and start your own thing? Honestly, I don't know. all of those.
It's so person to person because it's your interests and also the connections that you have. Like I feel like you might be that kid, but everybody knows that kid that has a dad or mom with a thriving family business that they're 100% just going into. Like your dad owns a golf course. You're going to own a golf course. That's your life, right? Like your dad owns a golf course. All right, sorry, the path is paved. That's all you got to do, and your job's set. Some people don't have that, and so it's like now you got to fucking figure out what the hell your options are, what you're able to do, and also what you want to do.
Those are extremely vital.
Legacy matters so much. It's legacy. Well, I think connections in life is everything, but it's also, like being able to go into a family business is awesome if you want to do it.
Double options.
The alternative that does suck is when your parents have a family business that's on the brink of collapse and they really want you to do it, but you really don't want to do it. They really want you to carry on that family. No, that sucks. Trying to weigh those options.
What I do know is this.
Like a pastry shop. Well, sometimes that's awesome if you really want to get into it. But like restaurant business. Like if your family owns a restaurant and, now you're really flipping a coin on whether or not you really want to own a restaurant or not.
The last decade, we've noticed that there's
inheriting a farm. That's the worst. That's the fucking worst. Or the best. It's one of the two. It also depends on the farm. If you're inheriting a farm that's worth $40 million versus a farm that's like a family-run farm that sells mainly locally and you're really, working all year round to take home like $35K profit. And if you have a bad season, you're down fucking $250,000. Like, it's fit. Dude, farmers can make like $40K off the top, but spend like $1.5 million and make 1.58. Like it's that, like they have to put so much money in and then only get like a very small increase of how much they make.
A more anti-education and anti-intellectual talk creeping into conversations from every side. And I don't freaking jive with it because at its core, education is good. It's about bettering yourself and it betters the world. And I would never discourage anyone from trying to do that. If you're a younger person watching this video, just do your best to be smart about the path that you choose. I wish I could give you better advice, but I really don't have an answer.
If anyone's trying to give you a blanket answer to this question, you probably shouldn't listen to them.
Yeah, they're either dumb or they're lying. To end this on a positive note, the number one least regretted type of degree is...
Do you have a guess?
I thought it would be this one. Is it improv?
Least regretted. So the most favorited degree by broad people. Health is already on the board. Finance is already on the board. I think chat with engineering is smart.
Is it improv school?
Architecture, maybe.
Engineering. Dude, when I got this far, I thought I was going to say catering. I was like, catering? Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Everybody has to eat.
Yeah, everyone's got to eat. All right, engineering.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. It's like the more tried and true version of computer science. Mm-hmm. It's the one that's been around for a century.
Yeah, this is beep, boop, beep, boop, and this is...
And we've had... for like way longer.
Then beep, boop, beep, boop. Mm-hmm. These guys together sent a man to the moon.
Well, this all honestly just makes a ton of sense and was maybe predictable the whole time.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, I think that was actually, you don't even really need to look into that. Engineering's like, you build shit, it breaks, you got to fix it, knock it down, build something else. It's never not going to be a job. Engineering is like, bro, if you go into like that type of work, like you're a civil engineer, you're always gonna, maybe there's too many civil engineers, but there always is going to be a need for civil engineers. There's always going to be a need for engineers in general, like electrical engineers and people like that do all that type of stuff. It's just a job that there's always going to be needed work. Even if it's like we build bigger and better things that last longer, there's always going to be upkeep. There's always going to be things that change. There's always going to be more people that want to do different things. So I don't know. That made a lot of sense, though. I think that was the easiest guess out of all of them. I did love that video, though. I'm sorry that took, like, fucking forever to watch.